Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we like to blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets.
Yeah,
Today, we're diving into some pretty wild developments that have us asking, like, is this really happening?
really.
I'm talking mixed reality headsets, AI that can practically see, and even a dash of holiday cheer from a certain AI chatbot.
Oh, wow.
First up, Google's taking another shot at an AR operating system.
Okay.
They're calling it Android XR, and it's all about mixed reality. Remember Google Glass?
Oh, yeah, how could I forget?
Right. Well, this time they're focusing on a more immersive experience. We're not just talking about, like, overlaying digital elements onto the real world.
No.
Android XR aims to blend the real and virtual seamlessly.
Okay.
Think interacting with holograms as if they were physically present.
That's impressive.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It really does.
Samsung's Project Muhan headset,
Yeah.
due out next year, will be the first to run on Android XR. Early reports say the interface feels a bit like Apple's Vision Pro, but Google's banking on their AI model Gemini to be the real game changer.
Gemini.
Yeah, what's that all about?
Well, it's designed to be the brains behind the whole operation, From what we've gathered, it's going to handle everything from understanding the physical environment to making the user interface incredibly intuitive.
Wow.
There are some fascinating demos out there showing how Gemini could let you control apps with just your voice and gestures.
Okay, so Google's betting big on the future of mixed reality.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, OpenAI is making some serious waves in the AI space. ChatGPT just got a huge GE upgrade. And I have to say, I'm both amazed and a little creeped out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did they do?
Well, they've added video and screen sharing to their advanced voice mode, which basically means ChatGPT can now see what you see.
What?
Hold on, I can show ChatGPT what's in my fridge, and it can suggest recipes.
Exactly. It's like having a super smart friend who can not only understand your words, but also interpret visual information.
Oh, wow.
In one of their demos, ChatGPT was watching someone make coffee and giving them real-time feedback on their technique, even suggesting adjustments to the pouring speed.
Wow, does this mean we're one step closer to AI that can fully understand and respond to human actions and emotions, not just words on a screen?
It's a fascinating question. ChatGPT's ability to process and understand information from multiple sources, like video, voice, text, is a major step towards that kind of sophisticated AI. We call this multimodal AI, and it's really shaking things up.
Okay.
Think of it like this ChatGPT is learning to see and hear, not just read.
It's both exciting and a little unnerving to think about where this could lead.
Absolutely. And as if that wasn't enough, OpenAI also decided to get into the holiday spirit with their Shipmas announcements.
Really?
Yeah, they've added a chat with Santa feature to ChatGPT, and honestly, I'm kind of curious to try it out.
Wait, so you can have a video call with an AI Santa?
It seems like it.
This just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Don't forget, ChatGPT can actually pay attention to what it sees. In the demo, it noticed people's holiday decorations in the background and was able to recall those details later. It's kind of amazing how much information it can process and retain.
Okay, let's move on before my brain explodes.
Yeah.
Shifting gears now to something a little less mind-bending, but still super interesting. Waymo's self-driving cars are now as popular as Lyft in San Francisco. That's pretty huge, right?
Yeah, that is pretty big.
I know.
Yeah, when Waymo launched in San Francisco just a little over a year ago, they were just a tiny player in the ride-hailing scene, but now they've grabbed like a 22% market share, matching Lyft.
Do you think people are finally starting to trust self-driving technology, or is it just the novelty factor?
I think it's a bit of both. Technology has come a long way, and Waymo in particular has a really strong safety record. But there's also a growing awareness of the convenience and potential benefits of self-driving cars, especially in a busy city like San Francisco.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if traditional ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft will eventually become obsolete.
It's definitely a possibility. But it's important to remember that there are still some challenges to overcome, like regulatory hurdles and public perception.
Right. Speaking of shaking things up, Harvard and Google are teaming up to release a massive data set of 1 million public domain books.
Wow.
And this is a big deal for the future of AI.
Right? Absolutely. This move has the potential to democratize AI development in a huge way. Right now, training large language models requires access to enormous amounts of data, which is often controlled by a handful of tech giants.
So this data set will level the playing field.
Exactly. By making this data publicly available, Harvard and Google are opening the door for smaller research labs and AI startups to develop their own advanced AI models. It could lead to a surge in innovation with new and exciting applications emerging from unexpected places.
That's amazing. It's like opening up a whole new world of possibilities for AI research. Now let's talk about something that hits a little closer to home, our phones. Epic Games, the company behind Fortnite, just struck a deal with Telefonica to have the Epic Game Store pre-installed on millions of Android phones.
This is a fascinating development in the ongoing battle for control of the App Store ecosystem. Apple and Google have held a tight grip on app distribution for years, and Epic Games has been one of the most vocal critics of their practices.
So this is Epic's way of trying to bypass the traditional app stores.
You could say that by partnering with phone manufacturers like Telefonica, they're creating an alternative path for developers to reach users and potentially disrupt the dominance of Apple and Google.
It'll be interesting to see how this plays out and what it means for consumers. Will it lead to more competition, lower prices, or a more fragmented app experience?
Those are all good questions.
Yeah.
And it really highlights the ongoing tension between control and openness in the tech world.
It feels like we're constantly teetering on the edge of a major shift in the tech landscape.
It's true. And that's what makes it so exciting to follow.
Well, before we get swept away by the tide of change, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed today. We've explored Google's ambitious dive back into mixed reality, ChatGPT's mind-blowing advancements in AI, Waymo's self-driving revolution, and the potential for a shakeup in the App Store world.
It's a lot to process, but I think the overarching theme is that technology is evolving at an incredible pace, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
And it leaves us with some pretty big questions to ponder.
Exactly. Like, how will these advancements shape our lives in the years to come?
Yeah.
Will they empower us, connect us, or maybe even isolate us in unexpected ways?
And perhaps the biggest question of all, are we ready for a future where the lines between the physical and digital worlds become increasingly blurred?
Yeah, it's a future that's both exciting and a little daunting, right? I mean, we've already seen how technology can be both a force for good and a source of anxiety.
Absolutely. It's all about how we choose to use these tools and what kind of future we want to create with them. We're at a pivotal moment where we have the power to shape the direction of technological development. It makes you think about the ethical implications of all these advancements, especially with AI. I mean, ChatGPT's ability to understand video and screens is incredible, but it also raises some questions about privacy and how this technology could be used in ways we haven't even anticipated.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to have these conversations now. While these technologies are still in their early stages, we need to be thinking critically about the potential consequences, both positive and negative, and working to ensure that AI is developed and used responsibly.
It's like we're standing at a fork in the road, and the choices we make today will determine the course of our technological future.
And it's not just about the technology itself, it's about how we adapt as humans, how we educate ourselves and future generations to navigate this rapidly changing landscape.
Well said. It's definitely a lot to think about, and I have a feeling these conversations are only going to get more complex and important in the years to come.
I agree. But hey, that's part of what makes this whole tech journey so fascinating, right? The constant evolution, the unexpected twists and turns, and the potential to create something truly extraordinary.
It's a great way to look at it. It's like we're all characters in a giant tech-fueled adventure novel, and we're writing the story as we go.
And who knows what mind-blowing plot twists are waiting for us just around the corner.
I can't wait to find out. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the latest tech happenings. It's been a wild ride, and we appreciate you coming along for the journey.
It's always a pleasure to explore the ever-evolving world of technology with you.
Thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.